Let's see if the audio is going to work. Hi, Michelle Grunberg, the owner and founder of iConnectU, LLC. And today is May 29th. We're very excited because we're all about to kick off into a fantastic summer. I don't know about you, but I have been the busiest I have ever been in these last few weeks. I've had the privilege of not only caring for new clients, making some phenomenal connections. We've had some businesses sell as part of my network. We've had a bio-networking event that was beautiful. On top of that, we've had graduations galore in my area. Many of the seniors my daughter is friends with have graduated. There's been massive amounts of trips booked. And so I had been talking about travel and some of my other discussions. And so today I'm going to talk about travel from a position of business. All of us are in business. We all work very hard. We all do everything we can every day to care for our families and for our businesses and for our employees. And statistics show that when we book vacations for ourselves and relax a little bit, we actually are more productive. The travel industry is an $8 billion industry. It is not going down. It never did during the economic downturn. It did take a slight hit after September 11th, but most of that was business travel. And all of us still went somewhere, even if we drove and went to see family. So what I'm going to talk about today is the importance and need for you as a business owner to schedule time to rest and to decompress and to spend time with your family. I also want you to be an inspiration for your associates. I think that there is a certain type of personality that loves to, thinks that they have to work all the time and can't take time off, and that's a lie. That's a lie that society has told us. And the most productive individuals, those that have the highest net worth, have always taken time off. So I just want to inspire you today to think about that. Okay, so how do I know anything about travel? Why am I some kind of an expert about this? First and foremost, I lived in Germany. I'm a military brat. My father was in the Army my entire life, and I had the privilege of attending 7th, 8th, and 9th grade in Mannheim, Germany. And when we were in Germany, every single weekend, my family took us somewhere. And it was such a privilege. Of course, then I didn't want to go because I wanted to spend time with my friends. But now looking back on it, I have the most amazing memories. And so I understand the value of travel and have worked in the travel industry for 25 years as a result of being raised by parents that made travel not only an option, but a privilege. And so grab your lunch. If you haven't already, let's grab our lunch because I want to tell you a funny story. You know, we always try to laugh and learn during this lunch hour. So today I want to tell you a funny story about this place. This is the New Schwanstein Castle in the Black Forest. Some crazy king made it. And this is the castle that Cinderella's castle at Disney World is modeled after. So my parents decided that we were going to go visit this place, and these are real pictures, guys. These aren't fake. And it's on top of this big, giant mountain. You see that right there? So we get ready to go up to this mountain, and there's a nice meandering, beautiful meandering pathway up the mountain. It takes people back and forth and back and forth. But no, my father decided that we were tougher than that, and we were going to go up the face of the hill, and this was in the winter, so that's why I'm showing you these pictures. We were going to go up the face of the hill. Look at how steep that is. Up this little tiny path. I wish they could show the path because the path was ridiculous. And it's not really going to show. But you can imagine us traipsing up this. This is what we went up to get there. And my mom was so mad, y'all. She was like, no way am I taking my babies up this hill. But we did because Dad's always right. And look at how steep that is. And it was beautiful. I mean, we as kids did not know any differently. But now as a parent, I think it is absolutely hilarious that instead of meandering up that, the tourist way, we went hardcore straight for it, and that's how we got up to the Neuschwanstein Castle. Now, when we got in there, it's as magical inside as it is outside. I mean, it's absolutely unbelievably gorgeous, and I cannot tell you what an honor it was to go. So if you go to Europe and you go anywhere near the Black Forest, I highly, highly recommend that you stop and you visit the Neuschwanstein Castle. Because, there's a lot of castles in Germany, and you can hit a million of them. But this is the quintessential model for all others. I mean, look at this one. This actually looks like, you've got the castle and then you've got the back house, the guest quarters or something. I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. So that's my story for today. And, having been, traveled my whole life, most of you know that I worked for Marriott forever. I had the privilege of serving first and foremost at the limited service brands. When Natalie was first born, I got a job at a Residence Inn, and then I moved over to opening another Residence Inn. Then I went on to a third Residence Inn where I met my husband, and then I managed a Courtyard in downtown Tampa, and then I managed 3 hotels across from the airport. And then in the middle of all that, I was sent to many other Marriott to help them succeed. Usually their brands were about to get pulled. They were no longer meeting the Marriott standards. And so Marriott would send me to a distressed property, is what they were called. And I had the privilege of undistressing them. But I realized when I started counting up all my hotels that I had never stayed in a hotel long enough to reap the rewards of my hard work. I don't even know what it looks like to run a good hotel. I have some friends that are doing it. One of my friends, Barbara Scott, manages the Spring Hill Suites up in Tampa, and she loves it. She loves being at Spring Hill and when it's working her way. I just have never seen that. As soon as I landed at those 3 across from the Sarasota Airport, I was done, and I quickly got out and moved into my career of paychecks, and which launched I Connect You. So that is why I have some authority in the travel industry, guys. I'm not just some fly-by-the-night, travel agent or travel professional. I actually have been caring for guests since I was 16 years old. And I started at a full-service Holiday Inn in Tampa as an operator. And I could study while I went to school, which was just phenomenal. And then I moved to Hyatt Regency Atlanta. I pulled that up here, too. I had the privilege of being the assistant to the director of sales at the Hyatt Regency downtown Atlanta, the hotel I thought was the best one in all of Atlanta. My general manager's name was Valerie Ferguson. And she was a beautiful African-American woman under the age of even 30, I think, at the time. She was the youngest general manager at Hyatt Regency Corporate, and African-American, and a woman. So she was awesome. Today, she serves as the brand manager for Lowe's Hotels, and I would love to find her. So if you know Valerie, connect her to this recording. I would love very much to connect her again. So we did the Super Bowl, and we were the media headquarters for the Super Bowl, and that kind of led us up to the Olympics. And so in 1996, I had the privilege of doing the Olympics, and of course I volunteered so that I could be part of the opening ceremony. And I found these pictures because they really epitomize how amazing it was. There's some great privileges I've had in my life, but doing this was the hardest work I've ever done for the most reward. And so if you ever get a chance to visit Atlanta and see the Olympic Stadium, I highly recommend it. And so I have some authority when it comes to travel, guys. I don't just, pretend this. This is something that's in my blood. I have given my heart, soul, and sweat and tears to the hotel industry, and I can honestly say that both Marriott and Hilton have my blood in their buildings. So that's why, when given the opportunity to get my own travel agency, all my life I've had travel deals. I hate paying full price for anything. When I first started working, my father said, work somewhere that you pay a bill to. And since we all love to travel, I started getting us hotel deals. Well, when I got out of the Marriott and into paychecks, I really missed those travel deals. So I found a travel agency that I could purchase, and I just kind of really just used it for us. But now as my business has grown, I use it for my business travel, and I get write-offs. I also open up the door for all of my friends and family to reach out to me to get these deals. And just recently, I opened it up to the entire staff and faculty at my daughter's school. So I'm sharing it with you too, because this new company, Surge 365, is so good, and there are so many awesome deals that I just want to show you some examples of what I can do for you. The best way to get me to help you, I will put at the end. So let me show you a little bit. Actually, before I get into that, let me show you one last thing that kind of helps you to understand who I am. I love TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor was created when I was still in the hotel industry, and we tried everything to trick it, and it is not trickable, okay? These reviews are real. They are absolutely real. And I use TripAdvisor everywhere I go and everything I do. I've done 9 reviews, 6 hotel reviews. I've traveled 25,000 total miles. Many of you know I crossed the United States in March. And my reviews have helped thousands and thousands of people. And so 7 helpful votes are on here, but I've got a senior reviewer badge or whatever what that means. And these are some of my little things. I'm a trendsetter, a thrifty traveler, a vacation traveler, a peace and quiet seeker, a beach goer, as all of you know. I've done 10 contributions from our travels across the United States. I do not know what this is. I think this is where we stayed with the dogs when we were traveling. I do not know what that is. Here's our trip to San Diego. Obviously, I do a lot in Tampa. Defuniak Springs is when we were traveling across the United States. That hotel was amazing. I do a lot in Orlando. Riverview is nearby where I live. So not just for me, but I need you to know that, because if you're traveling, I highly recommend using TripAdvisor to check out where you're going. When we traveled to upstate New York with the dogs and drove back and forth, I used TripAdvisor to figure out where we were going to stay every time, because you can search with the dogs in there. So TripAdvisor is the real deal. I highly recommend it. So back to my site. On my website, if you don't know where to travel, the first thing that we look at are sweet deals. So if somebody comes to me and says, okay, well, tell me what's your best thing. I want a little getaway with my wife, and I'm looking for something to do. Let's just click on this one. Orlando, Florida, 2 adult SeaWorld 1-day tickets, 3 nights at a Hawthorne suite. From $459 adult, you get the 2 adult tickets, okay? Search availability. Let's do that. So you get 4 days, 3 nights at the hotel. You get 2 tickets. You get a 1-bedroom suite. You get hotels and amenities. You get a complimentary shuttle. You get hot breakfast each day. Isn't that amazing? If you wanted to stay a whole week, the rates are only $89, but you get your tickets included with this. Let's look at the availability. It's wide open. Let's go to the next month, June, because many of you are going to be traveling in the next few months. Look at that. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, this one has SeaWorld tickets, but I get them all the time with Disney tickets, too. So you can stay, and not just in the Hawthorne suites, too. I have them in these condo deals. I'll show you that in a minute. California, Wisconsin. Don't know many people that want to go to Wisconsin. Maybe I'm wrong. There's more Wisconsin. Has Cabo San Lucas for $299. Look at that. Let's look at that. That looks beautiful. It sounds too good to be true. I know. This is out the door. These are what your prices are out the door. Okay, so look at this. Villa de Palma, Cabo San Lucas. Okay, and it's $299 total, not per night. And these are the dates that it's open. Right after the kids go back to school, it's open. So let's just choose the week before my birthday, because I want you guys to see the fine print here so you can see how awesome this is. Oh, that's not going to let you see it. Well, yeah, actually it was there. Sorry. View available dates. Go back down. I haven't been to Cabo San Lucas in Baja, California. It's a long flight. I don't really like flying. Here we go. The entire week, sleeps 2, partial kitchen. This resort offers an all-inclusive option must be paid directly to the resort. Best price guarantee. That's $322.92 total. That's not $299 a night, guys. That's for the entire week. You pay this amount of money, and they give you a 110% price guarantee. That's amazing. All right, I'm going to get out of Mexico. Let's just keep looking. What else is on here? And these change every single minute of every single day. Whatever they've got, they put on there. Look at this. All-inclusive gourmet hotel in Puerto Morelos. I don't know where that is, Mexico. It looks gorgeous. 8 days, 7 nights, $99. Total. Total, not $99 a day. So those are sweet deals. Okay, let's look at vacation deals. Vacation deals. Let's just select a destination. Many people are wanting to go down to the Dominican. So let's choose Cabaret. And let's go mid-June. Let's just go right after vacation. Oh, nothing then. These are a little sensitive on the date. Okay, so let me go back and let them do it. Let's do a vacation deal. Let's just scroll down. Estes Park, Colorado. Doesn't that look beautiful? 2 nights for $269. Ormond Beach, $309 for 2 nights. Utah, $339 for 3 nights. Hilton Head, 2 nights for $429. That's a little high for them. Oh, that's Hilton Garden Inn. That's in Wisconsin. San Diego, $279. Still a little high. So those vacation deals are not as good as I've seen. Let's look at bonus weeks. Bonus weeks. Okay, these are amazing. You get the entire week for that price. So, for instance, I have a friend that wants to go to Punta Cana for her 50th birthday. Over these exact dates, sleeps 4 for $99. Seriously, that's insane. Here's another one in Punta Cana. Tons of availability. $149, sleeps 4, sleeps 6 for $149. That's the kind of thing we're looking at right there. So let's go back up and view the resort, okay? Why is it so inexpensive? Responsibility of the hotel chain or the individual property to ensure the photos. Okay, the newest luxury property to be added to the Lifestyles family resort set in lush tropical area, Punta Cana. Okay, so let's look this up, okay, because it doesn't have a whole lot of pictures, right? So let's go to TripAdvisor. What is the name of this hotel? Presidential Suites. It's not going to let me pull up the specific one. Punta is beautiful. I would live there. If I disappear, that's where I will be. This hotel might be so new it might not be on here. So that would mean that I would be doing a lot of research before I booked that. I would actually be calling them and asking to really look at, I think they're trying to get some substance there, but, you know, it would make me nervous because I couldn't see it. So let's look at this one. So let's view these pictures. You know, those look nice. It's a real resort. And in September and August, $149 sleeps 4. So this is the total price. It's not per night. Okay, Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan, Lake Tahoe. That's awesome. Orlando. Let's look here because a lot of people go to Orlando and I can get deals. Now, these aren't until December. These aren't until December. Wow, looks like the whole summer booked up. They open up all the time. Summer Bay I've stayed at before. It's beautiful. And in December, you can get Sleeping 4 for $240.62 total for the week. That's amazing. Okay, so those are vacation deals. Let's look at bonus weeks. Or maybe that's what I just looked at. Yeah, here's bonus weeks. So these change every single minute. And they're absolutely amazing, all the different places you can go and the things that you could do. Let's look at worldwide tours. Obviously, my deals button on the left is the best. So I have a lot of people asking me about Europe right now. Look at this, 7 days from Barcelona to Madrid, Egypt. That's beautiful, $1,843 for 7 days. 8 days in Rio for $1,919 per person. 8 days from Rome to Milan for $1,800. Paris getaway, 4 days from Paris to Paris. Okay, look at all the different things you get to do for $857. Now, I just looked at 2 rooms for 2 nights in Paris in December, and she was paying almost this much. So it looks like you're going to get all kinds of tour things to do. Here's Dublin, Cairo, in Egypt for $1,000. I mean, these are half price normal, you guys. This is half the normal price. Let's go to weekly stays and under accommodations. And let's set our destination back in our Orlando because I need to see whether or not we can get anything in the summer. Because just last week they were all available. Let's pick the week of July 4th. $499 for the week. Vacation Villages at Parkway, $599. Festiva Orlando Resort, $499. The Gardens in Orlando at $369. Alhambra at Ponciana, $499. That's amazing. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Okay, let's go back. Weekly stays. Some of the same ones we saw. Okay, so let's look at what are all the choices. Anywhere in the U.S. And they just, change their availability. Canada, the Caribbean, Europe. Let's look at Europe again because I was looking up stuff for this client right before. This is what sparked me to want to do it. Oh my God. You could get a place on the French Riviera for an entire week for like $500. And they've gone up. Okay, so that's December. So let me change the date. That's probably high season for them, which is still an amazing deal. Let's go to July. Nothing that way. Okay, so I'm going to pull this back up. This is a resort that I had seen. This is $500 in December for 7 days. Let's look at the availability. Okay, December 26th to January 2nd, the price is $849. January 2nd to January 9th is $499. 1 bedroom, sleeps 4, partial kitchen. Where is it? $500. Right on the French Riviera. Getting to France is not easy, though. It definitely costs some money. Look at this, guys. This is so close to Italy and Spain, right on the French Riviera. That would not be bad. I would like that very much. Mark, if you're watching this, that is a great idea. All right. So now you get some idea about the accommodations. I can go into hotels and resorts, guys, and what the best part about this whole thing is the guaranteed. So let's just go to Orlando again. I'm going to use that as a pretty common place. Statistics show that, I don't know, every family in the world goes to Orlando at some point. So let's just pick a long weekend in June. Maybe I didn't pick good dates. Of course, because I'm on, I can't see. Oh, because I spelled Orlando wrong. I was just staying at the Hilton Orlando last weekend, and they gave me a $99 rate, but I had other people there that were paying almost $200 a night. And I love that hotel for any price. It's got a beautiful lazy river. It's got an awesome jacuzzi. There were a lot of people from Tampa there just taking a weekend. It was really, really nice. The service there is outstanding. I did a review on them on my TripAdvisor. It's the Hilton Orlando. It's downtown near the convention center. Very centrally located, and there's a young man at the front desk named Josh K, who I highly recommend that you look up. Okay, so the way that this works is it always does it by the biggest percent of savings. And so if the public price of the Continental Plaza Kissimmee Hotel on 19th to the 22nd is $269, you only pay $89 total. Okay, so let's check that. Continental Plaza Hotel Kissimmee. Continental. $19th out the 22nd. Okay, so they're offering it for $77 a night, a standard room with free parking, free internet, and up to 4 guests. And we're offering it for $30 a night. You pay $89 total for the night of the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st. That is amazing. So I'm not kidding about these. The Rosen Center, right on iDrive, beautiful, $83 a night. Now, I tested this because I wanted to make sure that it actually worked. And I stayed at the Wyndham for another conference 2 weeks ago, right on iDrive, for $148 total, taxes and everything. Right here on iDrive, I paid $148 total for 2 nights. So all this worked. Now, when you get a little bit further, let's just choose one. Let's choose the Rosen. Everybody knows the Rosen. And when you go to book, the only downfall is that you have to pay for it in advance. They're locking in the room, but you can still change it, and you can still cancel it, and you also can get your money back. And they offer you 110% price guarantee. So the only catch is that you're paying for it in advance. We don't need to pick up from the airport, but isn't that nice? Out of vehicle. Due today, $177.21. That's for 3 nights. Okay, right over here. 2 guest standard room. Due today, $177.22. The 19th, 20th, and 21st. Best price guarantee. If you can find it for less, we'll credit 110% of the difference or more. Hello. That is awesome. And this is why I love my site. And this is why this is real. So please let me know if I can help book for you. Okay, let's get into cruises because everybody's talking about cruises. I wish I could send you to my site to play, but I can't. This is up to me. I'm a real travel agent, and I have the ability to, let's just look at cruise packages first. And they want me to help you with this. They don't want you to try to do it on your own, and that's why we have amazing rates. We're selling these at wholesale rates. Let's do the Western Caribbean, and let's go out of Tampa to the Western Caribbean? I don't think so. So let's see. Okay, 4 nights, Western Caribbean, Cozumel, $284 per night, per person, based on double occupancy. I've been on that cruise a lot of times. It goes to Cozumel and Key West and back. No big deal, not very fancy, don't really care for it, wouldn't do it again, but those are great rates if you just want to get away. Here's another one, July 16th, $270 per person. That's total. That's your port fees and everything. Okay? Let's choose Eastern Caribbean because that's where I really want to go. Nine nights, Royal Caribbean, December 10th, $594 per person. 9 nights for $600? You kidding me? And it includes my emergency travel? Hello. That's over my birthday. I love that. Key West, St. Martin, St. Juan. Oh, goodness. Oh, I want that. I want that. I want that. I want that. And then you can go in January for just a little bit more. That is amazing. So this is how the cruises work, guys. I want you to go in to whatever website you want, and I want you to find the cruise that fits you the best. Find 2 or 3 of them, and the itinerary, the number of days, the best rate that you can get, and then you send them to me by going onto my website, clicking on my Get Connected, and fill this information out. I'll take it from there, and I'll set up a time when we're going to do a screenshot together, and we'll find the best deal, okay? So, and then in addition to this cruise package, I also have a friend who gets amazing rates on cruises directly because she handles a lot of the heavy gamblers that go on cruises, so she can help us too. So that's cruise packages. Let's just search cruises. And Rocky View, Anthem of the Seas, free upgrades, pick your perk. We see those advertised all the time. Let's look down here. These Alaskan cruises, Hawaiian and Tahiti. I just tried to book this for one of the teachers at Natalie's school for $800. He could stay on a cruise ship and see all of Hawaii. It was going to cost him $800 to get a condo for a week in Maui. But I think that this is a better deal because he can go onto the cruise ship, get all his meals, and travel around all the different islands. And then if he decides which island he wants to be on, he could just rent a place closer in. The Western Caribbean, $359. Australia, $849. That is amazing. Wow. So those are really good deals. Pretty safe to say that the deals are good. Cars, I say tap on all the vehicles I've ever rented through here. We rented cars in Las Vegas and paid for all of our meals by the savings that I got. There's tea times in here, shopping discounts, dining discounts, so I can do a full itinerary. If you're going on a trip somewhere and you want me to set up your meals and your special activities and excursions, I can do that. I also have the ability to have help. This booking concierge person is an even higher level travel agent. So I don't have to pretend like I know what I'm doing or have to get deep into it. If somebody said that they wanted a very detailed river cruise, for instance, there's river cruising in here, but if we wanted something that we couldn't see what we wanted, I can actually call them with you on the line, and they'll help us with anything that we need. Flights are a little bit complicated. You really don't get any deals. So this flight link just basically takes us to Kayak to get the same rate. Now the benefit of having, your flight in here is this itinerary. So when we're done booking everything for you, I can print out this beautiful itinerary with all of your travel, your entire trip. So here's an example. Today we priced out a trip for a woman to go to Paris. Let's pull that up. And we searched all over for her. And what we found was this hotel in Paris. Oh, no, that's not the one that we actually did. I found her a better one. This Lodge du Centro Hotel was right in the heart of you could walk, it was directly equal to the Louvre, Eiffel Tower, and the Sacré-Cœur, and the Notre Dame. And it's the 28th to the 30th. She wanted 2 rooms, 2 people per room. Each room total for 2 nights is $267. So per night is less than $120. And so that's $588.25 for 2 rooms for a total of 4 nights. You do the math. That's amazing. Amazing. I think I sent her the wrong hotel. No, here it is. Lodge du Central Hotel. Isn't that beautiful? And then all the fine print is there. So she could definitely see everything that we have for her to stay at. Let me just send that to her. I'll do that after we're done. Okay. So clearly, I want you to travel. Whether you book it with me or with someone else, I think you need to make a priority. Let's go back to time blocking. And let me teach you something that I learned over the weekend at the Danny Johnson conference. Time blocking is not just, you putting in your work. Time blocking is also you, more importantly, setting your priorities. Just like we say that our calendars are so important to our character, you also need to realize that our wallets and where our heart is where what's important to our character, where your time blocking is equally important. Your calendar shows your character. So if you have time with God set aside on your calendar, then that's important to you. If you have your family time protected on your calendar, then that's important to you. And then from there you can add in all the stuff for your work. Well, it's my firm belief that we need to schedule time to unplug and have fun. And so in our family, we take a trip in the summer, and then we try to take a trip at the end of the year. And the trip at the end of the year sometimes includes our daughter, sometimes it doesn't. And most times it's Mark and I really working on our goals for the year and talking about what's important to us and how we're going to succeed in this next year and 5 years and 10 years, because we've kind of got an idea of how we want our life to go. It may not go that way, but because we're a united group on what direction we're heading, no one ever resents all the hard work that we do throughout the year. So that's how we do it. We do a trip in the summer and a trip in the winter. And we're saving right now to take Natalie to Europe in the winter, in between the winter of her junior year, if we can pull it off, at the very least her senior year. So that's what's important to our family, and that's what we do. All right, now would be a really good time for anybody that wants to chat in. The chat feature is open, and I will be sending this out to those of you that weren't able to make it. I hope that you will reach out to me through my website. Again, the best way to let me know what you're doing is first price it out. Get your itinerary in place. Next, hit the Get Connected and tell me what you're doing and when the best time to reach you is. And if you go to Germany and Neuschwanstein, make sure you don't climb straight up the mountain. Germany is beautiful. I highly recommend it. Puchacana is awesome. And those are my deals. Anybody have anything they want to add or questions they want to ask? It's been a great privilege to take care of the few teachers that I've helped so far at Manatee School for the Arts, and I look forward to any others. This offer does not just end in the summer, guys. It's really easy for me to do this. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. So I'm more than happy to help. If you want to have your own, we could talk about that too. I get a lot of perks and credits from your travels. So it's not expensive for you to have this too. If you travel a lot, it'd be well worth it, as I do. All right. I look forward to talking to everyone next week. Have a wonderful, actually next week is the last week day of school. So I probably will not have it at noon on Friday. Instead, I'll do it on Thursday. And you can also join us on Tuesdays at noon. We're sharing our connections on Tuesdays. So, all right. Have a wonderful day.